Assalamu alaikum and hi viewers. This is Sajad Hussain and you are watching my YouTube channel. Welcome to the next episode on Poetics by Aristotle. Viewers, in today's video we are going to discuss character or tragic hero, the second most important element of tragedy according to Aristotle. We will discuss what are the characteristics of an ideal tragic hero. We would also discuss the concept of tragic flaw or hamartia. We would also throw light on the concept of catharsis, and we would try to examine how that catharsis is achieved, how that tragic pleasure is achieved, and by the end we will compare and contrast the modern day tragic hero with Aristotlean tragic hero. So let's discuss character according to Aristotle or tragic hero is an agent who is a source to bring about the tragic pleasure. It is through the tragic hero that feelings of pity and fear resulting in catharsis are achieved. In other words, we can say that in order to have that tragic pleasure, in order to have that tragic end, tragic character or tragic hero is very crucial, is very vital. Aristotle discusses different characteristics or different features of a tragic hero. According to him, a tragic hero should be a man of good standing. Socially, he should be highly acknowledged and respected and regarded. He should be a man of eminent birth. He can be a king or a prince. He should have blue blood in his veins. And from temperament point of view, he should be overall a good character, but he should neither be angelic nor devilish. And there are reasons for it. If a person is of average stature, his downfall would invoke the feelings of pity and fear in the hearts and minds of the audiences. But if the tragic hero is angelic, it would not achieve that tragic pleasure. His downfall, the downfall of an angelic person, of a holy, virtuous person, would shock us. And if a person is devilish and utter villain, his downfall would be morally justified, but it will not invoke those feelings of pity and fear, because feelings of pity and fear are invoked because of unjust or undeserved suffering. If a villain suffers, that suffering is not undeserved. Other than these basic characteristics of a tragic hero, Aristotle is of the view that a tragic hero should be good. He should be having good intentions. A character is good when his intentions are good. He should not be a depraved person. Besides, he should be a man having consistent temperament. He should behave in a consistent manner. If he shows some weakness, that weakness should be exhibited consistently, regularly, and he should be true to type, which means that he should behave quite in line with the class to which he represents or to which he belongs, which he represents, or the class to which he belongs. Similarly, he should be true to life, which means that his behavior should be highly realistic. He should behave like a man of flesh and blood. His behavior should not be that of a caricature or a cartoon. So these are the important features or important characteristics of a tragic hero according to Aristotle. And if we apply all these characteristics to Oedipus, we see that these qualities are there in his personality. He is a man of eminent birth, he is a king, he is highly regarded and respected, and he has that Hamartia, the tragic flaw. His Hamartia is that he is arrogant and rash and impulsive and proud as well. And all these factors contribute to his downfall. I hope this concept of tragic hero is clear. The next important idea is the concept of catharsis. Catharsis is purification or purgation of heart, cleansing of heart, and this catharsis or this purification is achieved through the invocation of feelings of pity and fear. We feel pity for a character when he suffers and his suffering is undeserved, and we feel fear when we find out that there is a close affinity or close similarity between the person who is suffering on the stage and our own being, our own fate. So when this sense of uniformity or when this sense of identity is established between the audience and the tragic hero, feelings of pity and fear are invoked, and catharsis is achieved. The audiences come to know that they are not the only sufferers in the world and their suffering is not unique. There are people like Oedipus, there are people like Macbeth, there are people like Hamlet whose suffering is much more as compared to their own suffering. I hope this is clear. The next important idea that we need to discuss is the tragic flaw or hamartia. According to Aristotle, tragic flaw or hamartia is something that is very vital and that is very crucial to a tragic hero. And a tragic hero suffers because of this tragic flaw, because of this hamartia. And we can discuss the example of Oedipus. We have already discussed that he suffers because he is impulsive and rash and proud. Hamlet suffers because he is not able to decide. He is always in a to be or not to be situation. I hope these details are clear. Now, the next important concept or the next important idea that you need to keep in your mind is the difference between Aristotlean hero and modern day tragic hero. When you compare and contrast a modern day tragic hero with Oedipus, for example, we find out that these days a layman, a commoner, can also be a tragic hero. This is what we see in case of Willie Loman in the death of salesman. This is what we see in John Proctor, in the form of John Proctor, who is a middle-aged landowner in the play Crucible. And in modern times, women are also appropriate to become protagonists, or they can be synonymous with tragic heroes. We have the example of Ada Gabler. We have the example of Lyubov Renvisky in the Cherry Orchard. And these, other than these two differences, the main idea of the tragic hero of Aristotle and the modern day tragic hero is almost the same. We find out that modern tragic hero, like Aristotelian tragic hero, has his hamartia, has his tragic flaw, has his error of judgment, has his misplaced judgment, and he also faces a downfall, and he also faces a doom. I hope, viewers, this is clear. Today we have discussed character and the essential qualities of character or tragic hero. We have discussed the concept of hamartia, we have discussed the concept of catharsis and how it is achieved, and we have also compared and contrasted modern day hero with Aristotlean hero. I hope these details are highly useful for you. Uh, do give me your feedback in the form of comments. Keep watching, keep following, keep me in your prayers. Thank you very much. This is all for today.